So, about your housemaid. We met your housemaid, Colleen Duhot. She's a courteous young lady, isn't she? I'm not going to betray her. Yes, she was quite helpful. Yes, she was more than willing to help us with our investigation. I'm glad to hear it. Did you two want to ask him something else? No, we'll be leaving. I think that will be all, Baron. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. Have a delightful day, messieurs. Did you get all the information you needed, Falcon? I hope so. Don't worry, if everything goes wrong in the trial, we could always just wing it. Terrible, just terrible. Let's head back to the office and get some rest. A new day. January 5th, Wednesday. And there's one more place to check before trial, I guess. Studio de Robinho. Let's just go there. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. The magnificent and marvelous artist Monsieur Jayjay de Robinho is currently out on an artistic expedition. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means that he is a pretentious birdbrain. Birdman. But in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? Well, we should knock anyway, you know. We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. No one? Nope. Doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. Should we break in? Now I guess that the evidence gathered for that is falsified, so it does not hold up in court. Not sure if that's a thing in Paris, but more in the 19th century. So alright, let's go. Is that an answer? There's nothing else to do. Let's make a move. Ugh, I hate the feeling of a wasted trip. Is there really nothing else we can do? Ooh, so must we you know what, let's play it dirty. Well, I suppose we could break in. It's fairly unbecoming of a lawyer, but I suppose we could try to break in. What? Are you serious? For a minute there, I would thought Sparrowson would agree. Maybe? Monsieur Jayjay Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. He tricked me. The game tricked me. You're right, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm barging the door down. He's getting more funnier by the day. Shouldn't he be the one barging in? Wait, just like that, shouldn't we discuss this first? Guess we don't. What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here, we ought to make the most of it. This place has quite something. It's very swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. And we're in examination mode again. It's not on the list yet. Okay, let's go. There's a painting. I see a bourgeois tigress in profile. Oh, there are tigers. Is that all? And there's a what? A cabinet of potions? I see paints, inks and dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. I could taste test it. You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. Nothing. Another painting. I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. More of them, even tiny ones. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success perhaps. It looks more like a step ladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. Yeah, I kind of forgot. Those are not paintings, but those are pictures. Photographs. Because he's the photographer. A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Let's check the other ones. A butterfly or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who once fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Oh, terrible. What about the chandelier? A chandelier! You should get one of those for the office. I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. And just steal it. You're in here, so why not? A lighthouse? No, wait, it's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge, Falcon. What about the mirror? We can't check that. Fireplace? No. More pictures. This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me, how illegal is this, you know? Breaking and entering? Rifling through a person's belongings? Ugh. It's a little illegal, I assume. Let's go with the grey line. Well, it's illegal, yes, but we're trying to solve a murder case, so it's forgivable. Oh ho, so you're saying that a small act of evil is justifiable if it results in a greater good? What is he brambling on about? He's behind it as well. Don't put words in my beak. Indeed. This is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. What else? Another one. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. And there's a doorway, not a room. Hey, Falcon, look. What? It's just an easel. No, look at what's on the easel. Oh wow, this must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. Okay, so this must be her father. I forgot the name, and this is the maid. What is she doing on the picture? Are there any clues in it? I guess not. There's no question about it. I see a housemate. Dame Caroline, and I think that's Seigneur Pertois, Caroline's father. So what shall we do? Do we just take this? Ooh. Let's not go so far as stealing, so we should leave it. No, that would be a big mistake. Every half-competent lawyer knows that stolen property can be used as evidence. I told you so. Still, we've learned some valuable information by seeing this photograph in person. I suppose so. Is there anything else we need to do here? I'm thinking no. I think we're kind of done here. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. Uh-oh. Oh mon Dieu, what happened to my door? It's Robinho. He must be in here now? No, not yet. Too early. Let's tell him the truth. You know, it could backfire in court, else. Well, Monsieur Robinho, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who have been hired for the purpose of... Raven! A raven did it. We saw the whole thing. What are you doing, Sparrow Son? I've got this. Oh, he's covering for me? I'm not going to jail because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail. Just take it easy. Ugh, damn ravens. They're always after our shiny objects, am I right? Yeah, that's right. Oh, he's going with it. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go. Don't you want to talk to him? A new day, January the 6th. I guess we need to go to the Palais de Justice. The Palace of Justice houses the High Court, a place reserved for only the most serious of crimes. I guess there's no point going back to these places. Right? I guess we could try it out, see what happens. Falcon, it's a trial day. Stop messing around. We need to head to the courthouse already. I was just... No, we're going to be late. I guess we have no choice in the matter here. It's court time. So now we have to put the pieces together. Not sure I'm ready for this. Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marble portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the tribunal, the Grande Instance. Are you nervous, Falcon? Yes. Of course I'm nervous. We're woefully underprepared for this case. I would like to think so as well. 2 days. We only had 2 days to prepare. How are we expected to get anything done in that time frame? Calm your feathers, Falcon. We can do this. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson. Is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. So this is where it starts to be fun. Or let me rephrase it. This is where the game really starts to be fun. Because yeah, in Phoenix Wright, this was always the funny part in the courtroom, where your decisions actually matter. So it's Judge Maxime. All right, settle down. Everyone, settle down. Is everybody here? Are you in here? Yeah. No, it's Robitio Robinho, a delusional artist and photographer. Some would describe Robitio with the H word? That's right, you know the one. What is the H word? I'm not entirely sure. Jayjay Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. On the other side we have Rabbington. Rupert Rabbington, present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, well, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it. Knew what? Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes. Oh, was he smart? Pfft, no. He always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his 2 rabbits' feet. Unless he's improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag. That's good to know, but say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, then who scored the lowest? Whoops, I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Ah, here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Are the jury all present? We have Judge Corneille. All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Look at this, there's a dog and a... How do you call it? A hippo. I had to think of the word. A ram or a sheep. An ostrich. Like a hawk. A seal. And it's some kind of... Seems like a dodo or something. And yeah, like a crow or something. Oh, those two birds with the funny hats are assesseurs, the associate judges. The funny hats. That one and that one? Or that... They all have funny hats, or 4 of them. Everything seems to be in order. So let's begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Caroline de Miao. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand. Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay, are you in here yet? Yes. We have Judge Maxime, one of the longest serving judges in France. Judge Maxime is known for being attentive and even-handed. What about Rabbington? A stuttering and jumpy prosecutor who bumbles through cases on nothing but sheer dumb luck. So I guess he's not kind of a match, big match. I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Volerti, to the witness stand. Inspector Volerti, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor. Is he like a pirate? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Monsieur, Gnome, Inspector, please state your name and occupation for the record. My name is Inspector Just Volerti. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. Who is this? My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh great, I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you are the lead investigator on this case? That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime. Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival. Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rorgui. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Caroline de Miao. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille with his blood on her paws. Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No, no more questions, Your Honor. That's it? Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail. Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony. Of course, I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. Cross-examination, alright. Cross-examine the witness to find flaws in his testimony. Alright, select the key phrase that you find suspicious and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. And present evidence. Very similar to Phoenix Wright again. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Objection! Select a statement to question. Alright, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid. It seems to be correct. Of Baron Rorgui. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Caroline. She was standing over the sliced open corpse, yeah, of Monsieur Grenouille with blood on her paws. Let's target this one. Inspector, you say Dame Caroline had blood on her paws. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Whose blood was it? Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Monsieur Grenouille's, of course. How can you be so sure? I object. This line of questioning is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Caroline's paws could have only belonged to one person. Monsieur Grenouille. Judge, Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions. I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect that the blood belonged to someone other than Monsieur Grenouille? No, I do not. I do not, your hoe. Wait, Falcon, you're onto something. I am? Yes, I can sense it. Look through your evidence. Maybe there's something there that can give you a clue. I'm not sure where this is going, but I'll try anyway. Alright, let's try again. Is there something we miss? According to the blood. Could it be the stake?